Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Halo Builder. Today we are going into the test server. That's right. We're going to the test server and I am going to be showing you how to set up Planetary Industry. So first question a lot of you may have, and I had this question for a while, is how do you get into the test server to begin with? So it's really simple. You don't have to download a new game or anything. You just go here, right here where it says Tranquility, click on that, click Singularity or Thunderdome. That's the other test server, but I like Singularity more. And there you go, and you are now hooked up to the test server. Now it will, the test server has more content. I mean, that's why it's called the test server. So you will have to download some content that is not currently in the game, but it's usually not a lot. So, okay. I'm going to click play now, and there's going to be a hard cut here because I'm going to switch my OBS recording to the actual game capture itself, because that way I can bring smoother footage to you guys. Alright, I have switched my OBS recording and we are now in the test server. I'm going to claim these rewards, not that they matter much, and we are going to go into my main character. If you're hearing my 3D printer in the background, I apologize. It's sitting right next to my computer and printing something. It is pretty loud. We're just gonna wait for this to load. And there we go. We are now loaded in. Okay, so this is an Omega only video. This is your disclaimer right now. Omega only. Now you might say you don't have Omega on your account. That is incorrect. I'm going to go and purchase it right now. So we are going to go here and finance. Actually, no, I think it's an inventory. It's an inventory. Close this. Plex Vault. And we are going to add Omega time. Just gonna open our new Eden store. We're gonna wait for it to receive, and we are going to. So I have 4,000. I'm just gonna buy 1 month for now. And I'm going to. I'll bump it up to 2, and we're gonna click purchase now. And we have that music means that we have ascended to God status. Okay, so now that we're an Omega clone, we can fly all the ships, train any skills, have 2x speed for training them, and we get like the Triglavians. So we're gonna click continue. And now I'm going to show you the skills you need for Planetary Industry. That is the wrong. Actually, no. You click skills here. So we are going to open this, and okay. So now that we are in the skill catalog, you need to go into Planet Management. And last time, telling everyone this is for Omega clones only. So if you're an alpha clone, either get Omega to do it in this video, or don't. There's no reason for you to be watching. But so you're gonna need command center upgrades, interplanetary consolidation, and remote sensing. Train these guys as high as possible, and this guy trained to at least level 2. What this does, this upgrades your command center, lets you have more CPU, and more just power generation. We will get into that when we actually set up the start setting up the industry. Interplanetary consolidation, what it does is it allows for you to have multiple colonies on a planet. That's technically not very important because you can have you can start with one, so just spend all your time training command center upgrades and remote sensing. This you can train later, but I would suggest training this because you can get more colonies, so you can make more ISK while AFK. And remote sensing, what this does is it shows you where all the resources on the planet are, and these two are this is the advanced version of this, and these two, so advanced planetology and planetology just boost this, which I find for the beginner planetary industry player or person manager, they're not really worth it. As you get more into it, maybe they will help, but in reality these are practically useless skills, at least in terms of what I know. So now that you have trained your command center upgrades and your remote sensing and possibly interplanetary consolidation, you are ready to get started. Now, here's what you need. First of all, you're gonna need a cargo ship, or a ship with a big cargo hold. So we're gonna go into my inventory, ship hangar. Let's see if I have something here. Yep, so I have a Tiara, or Tyra, whatever. And so you need a ship with a big cargo hold. A Badger's fine. But yeah, big ship with a big cargo hold. Next, you're going to want to go into the market and wait for it to load. And then the fastest way that to get where you want to go is to close all these drop downs. Go to planetary infrastructure, command centers, and this is going to be a technically you can use these skills for any planet, but I'm going to show you how to do a barren command, like a barren planet, because those are the easiest to set up and they make sort of the most money because of the volume of items that they produce. So you need to purchase yourself a command center. So we're gonna view details on this, see if there's one closer. Yep, so there is one closer. We are going to purchase this one and buy it. Now everything is 100 ISK because it's the test server. So yeah. So now that you have the Baron Command Center, you need to go and pick it up. I'm pretty sure the Baron Command Center takes around 2,000-ish cubic meters, so that's why you need a cargo ship to carry it. So it said that it was in Garrus, which is a stocked station, so that means we're going to have to jump to Turianus. If you guys don't know, I am currently working on a World of Warships video, and it's really fun to record, but it's taking a really long time to do what I want to do. But here is a 5-second excerpt of my video. This person doesn't know how to drive. So yeah, I hope you guys stay tuned for that, because it's gonna be a great video when it comes out. It is a tutorial because my channel is mostly tutorials, but I am getting into more like relaxation fun videos that are not just straight facts at you. So yeah, stay tuned for World of Warships. Okay, so now we gotta jump to Garrus. I don't know if this is a good time to talk about this, but why not plug it in here. Guys, if you are not subscribed, could you please hit that subscribe button. It really does make a big difference for me because we are so close to, at the time of recording, I'm currently at 299 subscribers. Guys, we're one subscriber away from 300, so if just one of you could hit that button, that would literally make my week or month. I am so glad that you guys are all subscribing and watching my videos and leaving all the positive comments. Even if it's like not like a great job, or like if it's here's what to improve, perfect. I love those as well. Send in any comment you want, things I need to improve upon, things I could do better, or if you just want to tell me that I'm doing great, that is also accepted. So we are almost at the space station, and so yeah, that was my plug. Quick plug. Please subscribe and hit that like button because I'm a small channel and I'm growing a lot faster than I am before. So I'm very excited that we are on this journey together. And now that I'm expanding to other games besides EVE Online, I hope you guys can enjoy my content even more. And we have arrived at our stocked station. By the way, if you don't know how to go into this picture mode, it is called F9 mode. So you control F9, and that will bring you to this mode. It will remove the UI. Okay, so we are now in the station. We're really only here to do one thing: pick up the bearing command center and put it into our cargo hold. Now you can't do set up planetary industry from inside of a station, so you're gonna have to undock. Let's just. I was thinking about going back to Shahukin to set up the space station, but since we're already the planetary industry, but since we're already here, might as well, you know, just set up here. So we're gonna zoom out, find the sun. Okay, so how to find what planets are in your system. You click the warp to button, then all of these are planets, and then if you extend this a bit, it will tell you what kind of planet it is. So there are temperate planets, lava planets, storm planets, oceanic planets, ice planets, and of course barren planets. They all technically have, like, all the planets in their own class have the same ish amount of resources. Like one gas planet won't have that much more or that much less like gas resources than another gas planet, but so they are pretty balanced no matter where you go. And we click warp within 0, warp within 100. Just you gotta warp to the planet to set up your planetary industry. So we're gonna go back into picture mode because it looks better, and I'm gonna start taking screenshots for thumbnails because oh boy do I love making thumbnails. No, not really. It's really painful, really annoying. And no, the sun went to the other direction. So yeah, this applies to all. I'm in Caldari space, but this applies to all sections of space. Amar Galante, Druglavian. What's the one I'm forgetting? Where is the planet? There is the planet. Okay, so we're gonna zoom out. Actually, no, we're gonna zoom in, and we are going to. This is a perfect screenshot, perfect wallpaper. If you want to use that as a wallpaper. So we have arrived at our barren planet. So what you do now is you right click on the planet and click view planetary industry. So here we are. We are now in the planetary industry menu. Now be careful, you are very vulnerable in this menu. You don't hear anything that's happening to your ship or anything like that. So if you're doing this in a low sec system, no sec system, just be mindful because you might get blown up and then you'll be on the screen and then you'll just be like dead. So be mindful that you are completely unaware while you're setting up this. You can cloak if you put a cloak on your ship, but I didn't since I am in the test server. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to scan, and it seems that we have the most amount. This tells us how much abundancy slash resource density um, of the material on the planet. So we got tons of base metals. This is what the resource scanning does. It shows you where the materials are located on the planet. The darker the color, the higher the concentration. So the darker the color, the higher the concentration. So like right here, it's very, very concentrated. Carbon compounds. Let's see. Okay, so it's pretty concentrated over here. And then microorganisms. Move, move, move. Okay, so microorganisms seem to be roughly spread out without having like a giant density. So you want to go through and check what has a lot of what. And it seems that the base metals are very abundant on this planet, as you can see right here. So now we're gonna go to build, and now we're gonna. This is why you need this in your cargo hold, and it won't let you put down your Baron command center without you being in space and within relative vicinity of the planet. So that's why I always just warp to the planet that you want to set it up at. So you click on your Baron command center, then you want to place it like that. And this is your command center that you will then be able to upgrade. So technically you can place it wherever you want, but I would place it a good-ish distance from the materials that you want to mine, just so that it's better. It doesn't have any you don't have to hook up to the command center like any links or routes, and you'll see what I mean by that later. So you click submit, and there you go, you have it built. You click on your command center after having placed it, and then you go to the upgrade button and you upgrade it as much as possible. And this increases its CPU output and power output. This is what you need that command center upgrades skill for. This lets you upgrade it, and see it costs. So make sure you have at least 10 mil in your bank account when you're starting this, just because everything you build has a cost. So now we're going to click upgrade, and boom, we have a ton of power and stuff to work with. First thing you want to do after upgrading your command center and building it is you want to build a Baron launchpad. This lets you export your resources that you've mined and built off the planet to the custom center around the planet. Now in Tranquility, which is the normal server, not the test server, there are customs offices around almost every single planet, no matter where you go. So all you'll have to do is pay like a 5% or 10% tax on the stuff you export. So you'll have to pay a fee. So you'll pay between 2 and 12% of the total worth of the stuff you exported to the company that owns the customs office. So yeah, here on the Singularity there may not be customs offices everywhere, but that doesn't really matter since it's the test server. So you put down your launchpad somewhere outside of the resources, because you want to keep those free for mining. Then you click submit, and you have built your launchpad. Now what you need to do is you need to put down a Baron extract unit. This is your miner. So see, this is the range that it can mine. Now this is what goes on the resources. So place your extractor unit next to the darkest color, or roughly next to it. So yeah, so now that you've placed this down, you click submit, and that builds the extractor unit. Now to get it to extract, you're gonna have to click install extraction program by clicking on the actual Baron command Baron extractor unit. Clicking these little squares, these gives you miners, and clicking on them again will remove them. I suggest going with 3 miners, because once you start getting more, it starts more than 3 miners, it starts like eating up a lot of your command center's resources, and you don't really want that. Plus 3 is good enough, and considering that we're mining a very small area, if these circles, which is their mining range, start to overlap, you will start to see diminishing returns. We are going to click base metals. So, and then you move these so that it hits, so that it's in the most, in the highest density. And now we're gonna increase this to as much as possible. So you see when they start to so right now none of the circles are overlapping. None of the places where it's mining from overlap. Now, as soon as they overlap, like these circles overlap, you see minus 11%, minus 6%, minus 16%. That is because they're mining in the same area, so you will actually be getting less than you would if they are not overlapping. So you want to make sure they are not overlapping, and just let's get it so that there are no overlaps. Okay, and so 7 hours, 16 days for this to mine. It will continuously mine for this period for your program duration, and so there you go. You've set up your first miner. Then you click Start Extraction and Submit. There you go. You have your first miner set up. Now, what this is going to be doing, you click on Products. This does base metals. Base metals, what they're used for is they're used to make reactive metals, which themselves need 3 base metals. So how Planetary industry works is you take something cheap, you make it into something more expensive, and you make that into something more expensive. So you take base metals, which are very cheap on their own. You take reactive metals. You get these reactive metals, which then they are made into, click Info, so then these are reactive metals, and then these are required for mechanical parts, construction blocks, nanites, nanofactories, and water-cooled CPUs. I'm going to be showing you how to make these mechanical parts because that is where in not singularity, tranquility, that is what all of my barren planets are making. I find this to be a very efficient thing to make, as it makes a large quantity of them. I mean, it's not the most expensive thing on here. Per piece, it's not the most expensive, but it's made so much faster and in larger quantities than all the other ones that it adds up more. By selling larger quantities, you're making more money than you would from like nanofactories. So we need base metals. So now what you're gonna do is you're going to put down a storage facility, and it doesn't really matter where you put this down. I'm just going to put it down right here and click Submit. Now what you're going to do is, once this goes away, so you can see, you're going to create a link between this guy, and this is going to cost you CPU and power load, which is why you want to conserve, why you want to upgrade, because everything you put down now is going to start taking resources out of the command center, so that's why you want to train your command center upgrade skill as far as possible. So now they have a link. You can now make a route between them. So now you go back into products, and you go here, and then you click create route, and then you go and you click on the storage unit that you want it to go to, and you click create route. So now the metals that this is the base metals that this is going to be extracting, so the stuff is going to be pulling out of the ground here, are going to go into the miner, and then from the miner is going to this storage facility. Now from this storage facility, we are going to put down a barren basic industrial facility. This is the first level of factory. This is what's going to be making our this is what is going to be making our reactive metals. Now, a rinse and repeat for this. We are going to create link, boom, boom, submit, and then we're gonna go into here. We're gonna tell it, we're gonna scroll down till we find reactive metals tier 1. I'm gonna install, and then we're gonna click submit. I'm gonna click submit. Okay, so it needs, there we go, base metals as a resource. And now we're gonna take this, we're gonna take storage, we're gonna take routes, and then we're gonna, since you're setting this up right now and you haven't let it sit, there are currently no base metals in like the actual storage container. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to these routes. You're gonna click on the base metals. You're gonna click create route. You're gonna click on the factory, and then you're going to click create route, and then you're gonna click submit. So now the base metals are gonna get pulled out of the ground here. They're gonna go into the miner. The miner's gonna send them to the storage facility. The storage facility is gonna send them to the factory. The factory is gonna make these. It's going to make the reactive metals. Now, reactive metals are once again used for mechanical parts, and mechanical parts need precious metals as well, and precious metals need noble metals as a resource. So that means we are going to go back into the scan menu. I'm going faster now just because you guys know the gist-ish. So now we're going to look for where there are noble metals on the planet. So it seems that they're, like, you see how this is slightly colored? Like this is where it is the highest, but it is slightly colored here, so that means it is sort of abundant there. But the problem with going, like, putting an extractor unit here and then bringing a link all the way over here is the fact that it will take so much juice out of your command center that you will have not enough juice left over for anything else. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna zoom in, and we're just gonna put down, we're gonna click build, we're gonna click extractor unit, and we're gonna go right here. I'm gonna click submit. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install program, select noble metals, add our 3 miners, make this go to 7 days 16 hours like in the other one, and I'm just gonna move it, play around with it until we get higher levels of stuff. So like you see how the graph is moving while I'm moving this. You gotta find places that are more abundant than others. So there we go. This seems to be a good combination. I'm gonna click start, and now we're gonna click submit. So now this is mining, and this now has is now making noble metals. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click, first we gotta create the link. Remember, we gotta create link between here, gonna go boom, and then here, and then we're gonna click submit, and now we're gonna create a route. Gonna go to route, no, we're gonna go to products, we're gonna click here, create route to here, and then we're gonna click create route, then we're gonna click submit. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put down a second barren basic industrial facility, click submit, go into here, tell it to make precious metals, click install, click submit, go into here, go into create link, go from here to here, click submit, go into here, go into routes, go into noble metals, go into create route, go to click on your second one, click create route, click submit, And there you go. Now you have this making. Now you got this making your reactive metals, and this making your precious metals. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go next up. We're going to click the advanced. This is level 2 factory. I'm going to put it down right here. Click submit. Now we're going to go into here. We're going to go into, we're going to find what we want it to make, which is mechanical parts. I'm going to click install, click submit. Go into storage facility. You can send them back into here, but I just find it for organizational purposes. It's easier just to make another one. Click submit. If you really want to squeeze as much as possible out of your command center, just send everything back to this uh, cargo container, basically, because then you don't have to. The links themselves will take less, especially if it's short ranges like this. The links themselves will take less power out of your command center than if you just put down another one. But since I got power to spare, I'm going to just put down another one. Now we're going to create link like this right here, like this right here, and like this right here. So now it created 3 links. We're going to click submit. Now we're going to create a 4th link between here and the launch pad. Then we're going to click submit. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go into products. We're going to click here. We're going to click create route. We're going to click on the storage box and click create route. Click submit. Go over here. Go to products. Click on the precious metals. Create route. Click on the storage box. Create route. Submit. And now you have them routed to here. And now we're going to go into routes. Go here. Create route, click on the factory, create route, submit, click on here again, go to routes, go to reactive metals, create route, click on the factory, create route, submit, there you go. And then we're gonna go into products, create route, click on the launch pad, create route, submit. And you're done. Congratulations, your tutorial is over. You have officially created a colony on a barren planet that is going to be extracting and making resources for you while you are even logged off the game. So this is completely AFK, a great way to make money. The only thing you need to remember is that, let's go into here, click install extraction program. Every like 7 days, so I set this to 7 days, 16 hours. Let's say you set this to 4 days. You gotta come back every 4 days and click, so let's just say stop extraction. I'm gonna click submit. So let's say, okay, so you've waited 4 days. Now you log back in. You gotta go to the planet, open Planetary Industry. I'm gonna click on your miners, install extraction program, move this back to what you wanted it. 7 days, 16 hours. Select base metals and click start extraction. So when because I forcibly shut it down, it made it harder, but literally all you're gonna have to do is gonna go to install extraction program, start extraction program, submit. So every 4, 7, 16 days, like let's say you did it 4 days, every 4 days you're gonna have to come in, click, 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 click. So you're gonna have to just go in, turn it on again, and then you can leave it alone. Now we're gonna, and so you're done. This is a really nice method. You really don't need to expand beyond this. This is really simple, really easy to manage, really easy to make, and it will accumulate. It will give you like 20 million per month, so ish per month, depending on how rich your resources are, how fast, how close everything is to each other. So plus minus. Now what you're gonna do, so let's say you have, I don't know, like 15,000 mechanical parts in here and you want to like sell them. You're gonna go in here and you're gonna click launch, and that will open up You click launch. It will. So you're gonna click launch, and then there's gonna be a customs office. And then you're just gonna take this, drag it over here, and then you're gonna click transfer, and it will automatically launch them for you. So the main part of the tutorial is over. That is how you create a planetary industry colony. A really nice way to go AFK and make money without actually being in the game. Just remember to go in and reset it every 4 days, 7 days, whatever you set it to. Now, what I would highly suggest you do is I would go into industry, planetary industry, add shortcut. Now, what this is going to do when you click it is allow you to access your colonies from a space station, so you can manage your colony from a space station without having to leave the safety of it. This is really useful if you are in a low sec system where there are no police. So thank you guys for watching the video. It is now at an end. This is me in post actually, because the audio file for my voice corrupted towards the end of the video, like the last 5 minutes corrupted, so I'm re-recording. Wow, this is a long video, even for me, like near 40 minutes. I was not expecting that. But if you guys are at the end here, wow. Congratulations on soldiering through. I am very happy that you watched to the end. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.